we on up here. We got a 1, 2, 3. Bam. Yes! Oh my god!
Get me a slushie.
We're gonna be on for you today?
And can I also have a small blue raspberry slushie?
A sausage McMuffin?
Stop asking trans people what's in their pants. They have spent a lot of time, effort, and probably money to confuse you. Ask them their pronouns and respect them. Other than that, it's none of your business.
Here's my outfit for today. Look. Here's the full thing.
Recently, my mom told me, when you first came out as trans, I didn't accept it. Not because you're not a girl, but because I thought you'd be a really ugly girl. And I'm glad I was wrong. I've never had a compliment make me feel like 9 things in 5 seconds before.
So long, twerp. Pikachu belongs to us now.
Yeah, you fuckhead.
Hey, whoa, meow, that's going a little overboard.
Eat shit and die.
Okay, don't hate me, but I think we have to add one more letter to the acronym. But it's okay, everybody's already using it. The straights, the gays, the queers, even the boomers who don't know anything about gender outside of penis and vagina. Everybody's on board already, and you don't have to learn a new term. It's O, and it stands for or whatever.
Let's see a little bit about me. Oh, I come from a life of privilege. Yeah, I used to be a man. Happens. It was a bit of a fall from grace, the old, privilege drop there. I was like the top of the food chain, and now I'm the 4th fucking letter in LGBT.
So I was arguing with some transphobe online, and his argument was that even after transitioning, trans people still have a higher depression rate because they transitioned. He says studies have shown that transitioning doesn't fix it at all, and in fact a lot of people experience higher depression rates after the surgery. So how does that make any sense? I asked him to link the studies and evidence for this, and this is what he showed. He thought this was what people did to transition.
My name is Fia. I am a 24-year-old trans woman. I'm about to start my first dose of HRT.
Oh my god, who even is she? I don't even recognize that baby, y'all. That is insane. That was 100 days ago today. I've come so far in this journey, and I want to thank every single one of you from the bottom of my heart for following me along this. I've been getting my hair longer. My body is changing. I've been working to get my voice up higher in a more natural way, and I cannot express how much it means to have had all of you along the way, and I can't wait to keep on doing this. So, without further ado, everyone, here is dose number 100.
Hey, I've been meaning to tell you this. I'm transgender. You're the thing that holds up my pants? No, that's a suspender. I'm transgender. Oh, hell yeah, dinner time! Whoa, hold up. That's a chicken tender. I'm transgender. Oh my gosh, are you okay? Did anyone get hurt in the car? No one got hurt. That's a fender bender. I'm transgender. Pog! I can finally finish my end portal. Thanks. I've been looking for one of those. That's an Eye of Ender. I'm transgender. Oh, you're one of those things that cuts up fruits and makes this noise. No, that's a blender. I'm transgender.
Story time. So for about 2 years, I worked in an adult store. I absolutely loved it. I wish I could go back, but coronavirus kind of screwed things up. But I had a lot of unique interactions, and this one was probably the most notable. I had a married couple come in, and they were walking around. They stopped on our fun things wall, and we're looking at a toy named Dick Rambone. He's a 17-inch boy. And she goes, "Oh, honey, we should get that for your mom." Naturally, my head snapped around. I had questions, and I needed answers. So I casually approach them, jokingly ask them if they need any help with anything, and I let them know that I was kind of curious about what they were talking about. The wife proceeds to fill me in and let me know that his mom had gotten fucked by a horse about 20 years ago, and it was a running joke inside the family to get her gag gifts because of it. His mom got fucked by a horse. Part 2 coming up.
When I went into an urgent care a couple of years ago just to get a simple STD screening, when I told the doctor that I was transgender, she just kind of looked at me and was just like, "What?" And she was like, "Oh, okay, so are you wanting to be a man?" And I was like, "No." So I was assigned male at birth, I'm a woman now, and she was just like, "Oh, okay. But you had the surgery, right?" And I was just like, "Okay, you're a healthcare professional and that's the question you're asking?" For her to ask it in that way was just kind of uncomfortable for me. And she was like, "And you had sex with a man?" And I was like, "Yes." I was like, "He's a transgender man." And she was just like, "What?" Like, it was just ridiculous that I had to literally go step by step, tell her, I had to explain every little detail to her before she was able to understand. We are deserving of the same protections under the law as any other US citizen.
The number one question that any of us get, any trans person, is some variation on that. First of all, flaw in the question. There are a lot more than 2 surgeries that any trans person might consider. A lot more than 2. My answer to the question is really simple. When somebody asks, what, if any, surgeries I've had, there are only 2 groups of people who need to know. Number one, any doctor who might be treating me, any medical professional. They always ask about surgical history, and you tell them because they really do have a reason to ask for that information. The other group of people, in my case, is limited to just 1 person, and that's anyone with whom you might be contemplating having a physical relationship. In my case, 1 person, my partner. She already knows. So my question to you is, why are you asking?
You wanted my attention and now you got it. Now, I could get all hateful and been out of shape, but I'm going to use this as an opportunity for a little bit of education, because I'm all about the education. FTM stands for female to male. MTF stands for male to female. So there's your first lesson on Transgender 101. You can be hateful. In theory, I could read you for filth, but I can't because I'm giggling. Because of one simple fact. Chances are, my husband very well may have walked past you standing at the urinal on his way to the stall, and you couldn't tell the difference. And I find that terribly ironic. Now, I can imagine that you probably followed me to learn something so you didn't get screwed over by a car dealer. Which is fair, because after all, even shitty people do not deserve to be got by a car dealer. Just curious, because I don't understand the way that you think. Does the genitals of the individual that gets me off affect the value of the information that I am sharing in any way? Of course it doesn't. Don't that just sound goofy? But I did go check, and it seems as though you were still following me, friend. Even after you made this revelation. Do not panic. I did take care of it for you. So, along with my sex life not being up to your very high standard, you no longer being a part of the fellowship here, and this lesson on being a fucking human, I hope that you buy a vehicle and a transgender sales manager bends you over the desk with a purple pack and play with no give, a stiff shaft, and no lube. And then puts a warranty on your deal. You should have had a warranty on your asshole. Oh, and your daughter? She was awesome. Really did a good job raising her.
Merch available at tiktokbunny.live/merch. Shop now.